Hallo, Hallöchen, da bin ich wieder und wir wollten uns unseren Reward holen für das Säubern der Mine, was wir nebenbei gemacht haben tatsächlich. Und da wir mit dem guten Cecil, wir müssen da auch reden müssen, wegen den Infos ob der Umgebung, sollte das ja nicht... Ist das ja auch kein Unweg. Genau. Oh, jetzt muss ich... Okay. Okay. Ist das so groß? Ich meine, wenn jemand was dagegen hat, bediene ich mich ja auch gerne an den Sachen. Aber ich glaube kaum, dass ich hier irgendwie... Ach. Schon sagen. Oh, ist ja echt. Schon interessant, was man hier alles bekommen kann.
We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive, Skaggs, and Zigrim will get the same.
Das ist doch schön. Oh, mit den anderen hatte ich schon gesprochen.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place, as long as I can remember, it's been of interest to sorcerers. They say it's a very strong intersection. Look for magic there.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You can't miss it. Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you. Save that lass, and you'll save my town.
So.
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years ago?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the battle.
That old cook insult. Called king by some. Thought that Adernians were bumpkins who'd ship bricks as soon as his troops crossed the river.
Why did he attack Edern?
According to Henselt, Upper Edern is the ancient legacy of the Kedweni crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crab. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edern. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want...
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Eternians, Kedweni, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen. A beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard. But we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the Dunbanner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kidwennies gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armor. Then, Vandegrift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Vandegrift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Edirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kidwenny sorceress who wanted revenge on Vandegrift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontar the third day after the autumn equinox. Edirn had good spies, so we were ready for them, and Seltkirk lined up our troops along the hills. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armored infantry side by side in our ranks. Even the peasants had their regiments. The dwarves were on the left flank. Over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background, like never before. Only King Demavend was missing, but he must have had more important business than defending his country.
Huh?
You saw the Kidwennies cross the river?
From afar, I saw Vandegrift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armored banners from Ardcarrig. The Dun banner was in the middle, veterans of Brenna. As soon as he set foot on Edirnian land, Vandegrift climbed a hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Upon spying him, I remember the dwarves all dropped their trousers and showed him their asses. Then Seltkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armor shone in the sun. We were afraid a Kidwenny arbalist would shoot him, but they too stood as if frozen. And Seltkirk just looked at them and bowed ever so slightly.
Nicht schlecht.
You captured the Dunbanner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Edirnians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard.
Klingt gut.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once, at a jousting tournament in Ardcarrig. Seltkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Seltkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandegrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Seltkirk with that new sword.
Vandegrift is dead. What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake of Seltkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbled something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhart claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandegrift's sword stands for hatred. What about the other 2?
I have a feeling Philippa has a handle on the rest.
Here's hoping you're right.
Okay, lange Geschichte, aber Infos sind wichtig. Definitiv wichtig. Und ein bisschen Hintergrundgeschichte schadet jetzt auch nicht. Von daher. Ist hier noch eine Schmiede? Ist ja noch eine Schmiede. Naja. 1928. Da ist mein Schwert schon viel besser. Harpier Trap. Fire Rune. $500 dafür. Ah, da kaufe ich mir, wenn, lieber die Rüstung. Aber dann ist auch die Frage, ob die dann nicht auch wieder obsolet wird, sobald ich auch nur irgendwas mache. Oh. Haunting Magic. Lass uns mal gucken, vielleicht haben wir Bring It On. Ah, das könnten wir machen. Wo ist der? Oh, sie sind beide wieder da. Dann kann ich... Oh ja, ich komme am Händler vorbei, der die Rüstung hat. Dann würde ich die mir wahrscheinlich gerade holen. Ich meine, ich habe die 1500 zusammen. Schade um die Chiron-Rüstung, aber bessere Rüstung ist bessere Rüstung. Bernard. 16 Armor. Allein das ist schon als Base wert. Obwohl. 16 Armor, 40 Vitality, aber ich habe 30 mit den anderen. Daran hatte ich nicht gedacht. Ja, ich gehe mal davon aus, dass die Prozente dann doch besser sind. Der Schutz ist besser. Ah, shit, die sind wieder in der... Ich lerne es auch nicht, oder? Zwergenstadt, warum musst du nur gestapelt sein? Natürlich sind die beide in der Taverne. Naja, gut. Ich wusste es doch, warum bin ich überhaupt oben hingegangen? What the hell?
Damn! What's with everyone being so nice today? A calm day, but tomorrow...
Lots going on around here.
Sind die oben drüber in den Zimmern? Oder bin ich auf der komplett falschen Ebene? Das könnte passen.
Who's this, my...
Did you fight it, Brenna?
Oh, fuck. I knows you've got amnesia, but you couldn't remember that. Ah, it was a beautiful day. On one side, 46,000 black ones. On the other, us, the Nordlings together. The Redanians led by De Ruyter on the left, the Temerian regiments in the middle, and us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army. All dwarves. Even the likes of Cohor must have shit his britches at the sight of us.
He hardly lacked courage, as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee. Except maybe 3 years ago here at Vergen. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why, even the Dun Banner knelt before us when we brought our battle axes down.
Some say not one of the Dun Banners survived. Any truth to that?
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the Banner lie in the catacombs, along with our standard. The Dun Banner. What the hell kind of name is that for a unit anyway? It's as if they couldn't get their fucking flag clean.
Huh.
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack, but I swear it looked like you weren't going to make it. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, it had to. Not many have survived their own death.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause that isn't mine?
No, I haven't. A free Upper Aedirn is in the interests of any decent fellow.
I've been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhart's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in a knot.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
We hate them. That's a fact. But why do you think that is? It's not because of their secret knowledge of their nice tits. Their hearts are full of dung, Geralt. Mark my words.
You exaggerate.
Maybe not all of them. But Eilhart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her ass to Dijkstra just to learn the plans of the Redanian intelligence service? Everyone in Vergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this, it's her ilk that caused the ruckus on Thanid Island. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, Geralt, but you do all right. So I'd appreciate, as soon as Saskia's better, slip a word in her ear to watch out for Philippa.
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like whores in a brothel, they're plowing away at full speed. Saskia's army's full of men better at holding their pricks than a weapon. But Zoltan and I are helping them catch up. Most importantly, they don't lack spirit.
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory or death is capable of. For we've no other choice, Geralt.
Zoltan claims you can arm wrestle like no one else.
He's right. Did he tell you I beat him?
Omitted that bit somehow.
Old fart.
Want to wrestle me?
I'm ready for your challenge always. So?
Auf geht's.
Show me what you got.
Okay, Konzentration. War ein langer Text, aber wunderbar.
That's some training you received at GER, Morhen.
You're no wimp yourself.
Da schnarcht der einer vor sich hin.
How are you, Sheldon?
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
Klingt gut.
Zoltan says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
Is that so? Care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
Immer doch.
Shot.
Look, another one. You let one human in and in no time you've got a swarm.
Ants there.
I heard human women need only 6 Spider-Man.
Einfach ist es nicht. Einfach ist anders, aber geschafft ist geschafft.
Sure there's no dwarfen blood in your family?
I'll tell you when I get my memory back.
Gutes Argument. Gut. Jetzt können wir uns um den anderen kümmern. So kleine Missionen sind immer gut. Da bekommt man Erfahrung ohne große Gefahren. Man steigert sein Level. Ganz solide. Wo muss ich überhaupt hin? Richtiger Weg. Ach, der war...
Oh, a witcher.
Shit.
Don't bump your woman.
Ah, der ist wahrscheinlich hier in der Wohnung, würde ich behaupten. Mit dem Glück. Ah, da ist er.
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those rich deposits go to waste. My uncle says they'll put Vergen right back on his feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer.